Our big story today is, of course, the protests that are taking place across the country, from the capital to other parts as well. In fact, internationally, even in London, the protests taking place in view of the series of lynchings or killings by mobs that have taken place of late, most recently around Eid of Junaid. Arrests taking place of that right now as well in Ballabgarh. But those pictures that you see on your screen show the protest that is a citizens' protest taking place across the country called Not In My Name, of citizens come out to say that they won't tolerate this kind of public killings. Let's just go across now to my colleagues who are joining us live from those protests. Ankita Mukherjee joins us from Jantar Mantar, and Sneha Meri Koshi also joining us from Thiruvananthapuram. Ankita, first to you, just tell us about the atmosphere and the kind of people that have showed up at these protests.
So Netra, it's very interesting that you ask that, because there were a lot of fears that this would become what is called an echo chamber protest, that a few people would get together, urban voices, because it was an online campaign. It began with a Facebook post, but really it's acquired a life of its own from one Facebook post which spurred on the Jantar Mantar protest. It got amplified, currently taking place in 19 locations around the country, and in London and in Toronto as well. So this really has acquired a life of its own, and what is perhaps most heartening about it is that we're seeing ordinary citizens pouring out onto the streets. As we stand here just outside Jantar Mantar, what began with maybe a couple of hundred people has now swelled into a large crowd, everyone holding up very telling posters, talking about how they feel, saying silence is no longer an option. They're celebrating, in a sense, their voice, regaining their voice through poetry, through music. At the moment, Rabi Shergill is singing on stage just in front of me. But also with me now is Chinna, who has performed on stage just a short while earlier. Chinna, what brought you to this campaign, to this movement? You sang a particularly telling song.
बोल के लब आज़ाद है तेरे and हम देखेंगे, both by Faiz.
Right. So why these Faiz songs, and what was your message today?
Well, the songs are very, very close to my heart, and I was born in 1960, and I have grown up in an independent India and free from any kind of fear, and we all lived with all kinds of community, and it was not an issue at all as to who belongs to which community. And suddenly this has become very important. As far as I am concerned, for me, religion is as personal as what soap I decide to use or what shampoo I decide to use. It is nobody's business. Nobody has any business to dictate to me. So
but it's particularly worrying when there are so many incidents of mob violence. We're talking about at least 18 such attacks in the last 22 months alone. And that really is what has spurred ordinary citizens around the country today to come out, speak, and make sure silence is no longer an option.
Absolutely. And I think the more the number of like-minded people who get together, if we are silent, then we are also an accomplice in this whole movement. You know, we are also in a way helping the government, you know, get away with murder, which is just not right.
We've had at least 2 union ministers come out very strongly today and say violence like this will not be tolerated.
Those are mere words. We want to see action. It is not really translating into action, because it's going on and on every now and then. Sometimes it is with Dalits, sometimes it is with the minority community, sometimes it is with farmers. Right. So no action is being really taken.
Chinna, before we let you go, will you just sing us a couple of lines from the song you sang on stage?
हम देखेंगे, लाजिम है कि हम भी देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे वो दिन के जिसका वादा है, हम देखेंगे जो लोहे अज़ल में लिखा है, हम देखेंगे, लाजिम है कि हम भी देखेंगे, हम देखेंगे.
Thank you very much indeed. And words there for a brighter, better, more positive tomorrow. Back to you, Sunetra.
Ankita, from you, I'd like to go across to Sneha Merikoshi, who joins us from Thiruvananthapuram. Sneha, we just saw Ankita describing, and in Delhi it's raining. Tell us about the people who have joined these protests in where you are.
Well, here in Thiruvananthapuram, people are very used to protests. They're largely political. But interestingly, today, there has been no political angle to this protest at all, just like in other parts of this country. In fact, in Kerala, most of the people just came in after they saw the mentions on Facebook and they have joined here. Let's ask them, why are they here? Why are you here?
I'm here because I want a secular India. I don't want an India that is divided by politics in the name of religion. I want a country where it's safe for our children and for our friends to live.
And you don't think it's not, right now that's what it is?
Not at all. Anything can happen in this country now. So many people are getting killed for no reason. It's very atrocious. It's frightening.
And what's your name, please?
I'm Kalyani Valat.
Why are you here? I know I'm asking all of these people, but because it's not a political movement, it's very interesting and heartening to see at least this number. It's well past the time when the protest should be over, but you still have people who have gathered around. Tell us, why are you here?
In the name of religion, we should not harm men and animals. We should protect we should protect this. That's why we are here.
Well, there are media persons all over. Sir, if I can ask, if you can come here, please. നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ എന്താണ് ഇന്ന് വന്നേക്കുന്നത്?
നമ്മൾ മുസ്ലിങ്ങളെയും ദളിതരെയും പല കാരണങ്ങൾ പറഞ്ഞ് മൃഗീയമായി തല്ലിക്കൊല്ലുന്നതിന്റെ അതിനെതിരെ പ്രതിഷേധിക്കാനാണ് നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്.
So he's saying that he's here because there are many Muslims and many other people from different sections who are being killed for different reasons. Minorities, basically. Your name, please?
Asif.
And what do you do, Asif?
I'm a freelance writer.
You're a freelance writer. How did you get to know about this?
Through social media.
Through social media. So here is yet another movement where we are seeing how social media essentially is even garnering people in a state like Kerala. Let's ask some more people. Sir, we had spontaneous music here, we had songs here. Expect something like this when you came here?
Not really. I came without knowing what to expect, but I just wanted to be here, show my support.
What are your emotions right now that you're here? It's not a very large crowd. It's just a small crowd now. It was much larger a while back, but does that make any difference to you?
I don't think so. I think from one of the songs that was sung that we shall overcome one day. I'm just hoping that we will overcome one day.
Your name, please?
Joe.
Okay, that's largely the sense across this section of people who have gathered here, not only just in Thiruvananthapuram, but even in Kochi in Kerala and other cities across India.
Sneha, it's so interesting to see the kind of people, the profile of people, and as you pointed out, while Kerala is very, very political, a wide range of just regular citizens saying that these killings can't be happening, we want to send a strong message against these killings. Nikhil Pandey, if we can come across to you in Chandigarh, tell us about what the message from the people of Chandigarh is.
Well, Sunetra, here in Chandigarh, it was a rainy day. In spite of that, people from all walks of life, across age groups, came down for this protest. I'm actually going to take it straight to them so that they can explain it in their essence. Satvinder, aap bataiye, not in my name. इसका significance क्या था? Protest किन issues पे था आज?
जो ये नॉट इन नेम प्रोटेस्ट है, ये था कि ये सिर्फ किसी एक नाम से नहीं, ये बहुत सारे इंसीडेंट्स हो रहे हैं जिवें ਅਸੀਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਕੁਝ 2-2.5 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਇਹ ਘਟਨਾਵਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੌਬ ਲਿੰਚਿੰਗ ਦੀਆਂ, ਇਹ ਦਿਨੋਂ ਦਿਨ ਵੱਧਦੀਆਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਤੇ ਅਟੈਕ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਭੀੜਾਂ ਇਕੱਠੀਆਂ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਮਾਰ ਦਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਸੰਵਿਧਾਨ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਕੀ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦਾ? ਜਦੋਂ ਸਰਕਾਰਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਕਰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਨਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਗਿਆ? ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਨਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ, ਅਗਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਗਲਤੀ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕਨਸਟੀਟਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਜ਼ਾ ਦੇਵੇ, ਤੇ ਨਾਲੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਡਿਸਾਈਡ ਕਰੂਗਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਖਾਵਾਂਗੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਪਹਿਨਾਂਗੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਦੇਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੀ ਡਿਸਾਈਡ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਖਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਪਹਿਨਾਂਗੇ। ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਟੈਸਟ ਸੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਦੇਸ਼ 'ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੀ ਇਹ ਸੋਚਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ।
Some very important points being raised. The issue of constitutionality. You know, one of the main things is that it is a political protest without claiming allegiance to any political party. Is that the most powerful thing about today's gathering?
Absolutely. Here we are not here to discuss politics. Neither we want to blame the government. Here we want to talk as individuals. See, we are humans first. Secondly, we are Indians. And then we become a Hindu or a Christian or a Muslim. So why is a certain section being targeted? Why are they being said? Why is it being said that they don't belong to the nation? You know, when a Muslim is there, if there is a problem, you will say, go to your nation, Pakistan. They have been in India for generations. This is their land. They are most of the workers, tillers, the artisans, all are Muslims. And we are using each and every item which they make, from embroideries to locks to everything is being used, you know, but it is not their nation. We are going to say that go to Pakistan. So we as human beings and as an individual, each person needs to realize that, and each person needs to stand for that. We can't blame the government because government is us. It's a democracy, right? So we have chosen the government. So somewhere each individual thought is going to permeate into the government, and then the constitution, there the laws, everything is going to be framing of.
Some important points you've raised, ma'am. Sir, if I can ask, in today's protest, there was poetry, there was music, there were slogans. It was democracy in its true spirit.
They were all shared, the people, citizens protest. You can say, I think there were students, there were teachers, there were artists, there were poets, and all of them, they felt deeply hurt the way there is a mob lynching going on all over the country in 24 states in the name of Gaurakshik, in the name of any religion. I think this type of the way present government is silent about these lynching, and if they're not openly supporting, but whenever they even criticize in a very meek voice, I think this is a time to come up and speak out that we won't let this country split and break the way the communal harmony is being disturbed in the name of Rashtravad, Sabdesh, and all that. I think this is the time, and all these citizens must
Yes,
protest.
so as we've heard, very, very diverse views. It's not about a single issue. It's about what have you, patriotism, nationalism, the freedom to eat, the freedom to dress, the freedom to discuss, the freedom to disagree. The main points here from Chandigarh, Sunetra, people from all walks of life, all forms of protest, in a sense, coming together in an eclectic melee, putting forward a very, very significant point that the voice needs to be raised, because not speaking out would amount to condoning these things.
And Nikhil, what's interesting is that you had that young woman speaking in Punjabi, and just before that, Sneha Meri Koshi had somebody speaking in Malayalam. So all of that really kind of signifying how national these protests are. People in various languages expressing their dissent against these kind of killings that have taken place recently.